Do we go to court on short-term rentals?
Haven't had one
I
yet.
haven't had one yet.
I mean, there won't be.
I know everybody wants us to start policing today as if the new ordinance was in place, but it's not. So,
And part of the reason we're here is because the ordinance is weak. We want to try to get an ordinance that we can manage and we can find violations easier, so we can move on with those complaints processes and find violations.
I expect that once we get it down, it'll tighten up, because you don't have to go to court too many times before the word gets out.
The problem that I see is coming from folks who are abusing the number of folks who are spending the night in these short-term rentals. And so with that being said, when you look at, overuse of the septic system and the potential for, making the drain field full of solids and useless, have you thought about any suggestions, like, for instance, as far as getting the tanks pumped out on a more regular basis? To me, 5 years will not do the job, I feel certain about, in these heavily used short-term rentals.
The management plan and the advertisements will dictate how many people could be on the property overnight. And I don't think there's a real strong chance that we're gonna be knocking on people's doors at 11 at night doing bed checks. So, that was the other caveat there of, that's kind of the part of our ordinance that doesn't work now, is the overnight occupancy part of it, so. Unless we're gonna adopt daytime occupancy limits, probably best then is to go with the advertisements and management plans and try to hone in on those items as far as violations. Once they, of course, we still hold the 3 strikes and you're out kind of deal. So if we get a lot of violations short-term rental wise, we'll revoke the permits, and that penalty will always be looming, for folks that are mismanaging their short-term rental. I think the large part of the issues we have in short-term rental now are the advertisements. Many people are advertising for over occupancy, and until we get the ordinance passed, where we can go after those advertisements, really not a whole lot we can do right now on those. We have to catch the overnight occupancy being a violation. So we wanna move forward with that part of the ordinance, because that's the real teeth of the ordinance, that management.
I really want to see us enforce it. If somebody violating it, it's advertised that they will sleep 6 in a 2-bedroom house, they'll charge them $500 and.
that's the disclaimer that you need to know the health of your septic.
We have abilities, like when we issue the permit for short-term rental, to add different listings at the bottom of the permit, and we can always put a recommended pump out date and then a mandatory pump out date on those types of permits. That may be more beneficial. And we can, of course, you can say that language in the ordinance, to say that, we will, a recommendation 3 years is for short-term rentals for septic pump out is recommended at